Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Gordon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. At their own 21-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And an alley to run. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
On third down, Mark Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down forthcoming.
Fourth down and 1.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this will remain a scoreless game. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. On first down, it's Taylor. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw again on second down. Taylor being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Gordon on first down. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the screen. Pass.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Check 15, check 15.
From the 41, Taylor flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it'll be 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. There he goes right side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
52's the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he fends him off. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
My 40. Hey, check. 40's mine.
Throwing again on second down. Taylor. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop any defensively. 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They got to find a way to get back in sync.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Taylor will throw. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Watch it.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, nothing.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right on the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Ingram. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Ingram. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. They'll run on first down. Ingram. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing is Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Jackson now to Boyle here over the middle. 7 yards there and a first down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half here, it's Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 22 yards there, a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here's Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Guys, Mike, strong. Drive on. Check 3, check 3.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Ingram. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just a lot of a run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag?
I
you just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Motion. Off. Squeeze.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Here's Jackson to throw, and that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running on 1st down, Ogfl. And he's got room. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Ogfl, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now he's at that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
This is Ingram. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, and his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it's 3rd down. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Let's go. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
So that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Set up. 90 Wolf.
Double tight, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Set up.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Hey. We got 3, we got 3. 3 down, 3 down. Key 8.
Set go.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.